same level of expectations because you know it's still Mike Tyson who can basically take you out with one punch. He can do anything to you with one punch. But so that's the fun about it, is that you gotta go out there and beat him while you avoid that one punch, and that's what makes it so interesting.
And that may be fun to you, but there are a lot of people who are concerned you're going to get caught by that one punch. Does it concern you?
I mean, it's always a concern because you don't want to get caught when you have to. Really, it's not getting caught by one punch because you're going to get caught once or twice as boxing. It's not the one that's going to do the damage. That's the one you got to make sure. That's the one I have to make sure that I avoid.
Roy, you're a younger man by 3 years, and you've been more active. Mike hasn't really fought in 15 years, and you fought in 2018. Is there any advantage in that?
No, not really, because they put me in a cage, and it's like their ring is so small, it's like a cage for the bet. So they feed you to the bet, you feel me? So that inactivity is not hard. You don't have to go, you don't have to move that much. You know what I mean? You don't have to travel that far. So that inactivity shouldn't bother you much at all. Maybe I could pop a third or fourth round and make, and if it does, then we'll be able to tell because then I do anything I want to do.
You've had a spectacular career. What are you trying to accomplish here?
I'm not trying to just like I said, when you are live and I'll give you opportunity to get people at a time like this. And though it may, in reality, in real life, yeah, it could cost you, damn sure it could cost you your life. But when it's for the people need something right now. We all can be strong and try to help one another. And if I was somewhere at home with nothing to do and Michael and Dominique were still able, somebody say, hey, Mike and Dominique gonna play a one-on-one. For the thing is because nobody has anything to look at. I'm like, yo, I gotta watch that. You know, so I'll be so happy that they're doing it. And they say, well, what if one of them accidentally has a heart attack because they're old? Well, I mean, I understand that, but they're willing to play. I wanna watch, you know.
Mike, the last time we did this interview, you said, I don't have this in me anymore. I'm just not ferocious and I can't do it. What rekindled it since that 15 years ago against Kevin McBride?
Hey, listen, different things happened to me since then, and I got more determination into doing this, and I don't believe this is happening, but I do. You know, I really do. It's going to be very successful. The league that we have here, Mike Tyson led his leagues only, and I'm looking forward for that to cultivate as well.
You lost 100 pounds.
Yes, I did.
How difficult was it to be that disciplined at age 54 to do this?
Well, I wanted to do it, and whatever I want to do, I do. You know, I'm like Alexander the Great. Impossible is something to anyone that tries. And that's what I believe.
What are you trying to do, I do.
I'm just pushing myself. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it.
Same here.
Okay.
You know, I was always, whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it. That's just what I do in my life. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it.
So you were afraid of this?
Absolutely. Why would I want to do this after 15 years? You know? And I'm just comfortable being uncomfortable, I believe. I guess so.
And you can't play at boxing. I mean, you can say all at once that it's an exhibition, but in a few minutes, what really happens? I mean, you're going to try and knock this guy out, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to protect myself and throw punches with bad intentions at all times, as much as I can.
Final thought. We know your past is totally secure in boxing history. Are you fighting for your future?
No, I'm fighting for other people's future.
In what way?
It's in a humanitarian way, pretty much. My future, God willing, is pretty cool, you know, so I can help other people now.
Mike, best of luck. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you.
Always nice meeting you too. Goats. Yeah.
Goats.
Oh my God.
See, I told you, he loves them.
Looking cool, calm and collected though. Focus, the goat, yes. The main event. Minutes away, the kick is in the gear.
Nice to
St.
see.
John.
Nice now. Joking and funny before fight.
Oh, was he always that serious?
Terrifying.
Who's this guy?
It's a legendary shit. It sucks to me up. It's all without you. I watched the whole world ever see.
Who's this guy? St. John. I never heard of him.
Jumping through boxes. I know he went down, bro. No holding hands. It sucks to me up. It's all without you. I watched the whole world ever see.
His setup is better than other people's.
Yeah.
No way.
Wow.
Roddy 2K, the creator of 2K, the NBA 2K, he's like, I think we need to take his logo and face scan away.
Take what?
His logo and face scan away. This is all over Twitter. I'm saving that.
The meme's already started.
Dead body reported.
Almost that thing you killed.
What a night like tonight. Tyson, Jr. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, yeah. Only live a real big avenue. I trap. You came on for the man. No turning back. Only live a real big avenue. That's fact. You came on for the man. No turning back. Only live a real big avenue.
Tell me he stole his sister's clothes.
She the one I forget. She the call. She the dog. She the dog. Make a list. This the life. Don't forget. So nice. Make a list. She the one. You the one. I'm the one. What a trip. I ain't never tell a lie. Cross my heart and hope to die. If this real, it's real forever. We'll never testify. Put the pedal to the floor. The devil in the eye. Tell me that you love me. Promise not to change your mind. We lost. If we live tonight, let's turn out. Turn on the light. Wish you fast for the winner. Champagne all night. Middle fingers to the floor. 1, 2, 3. I trap. You can't run from me.
Can't get it closer. It doesn't look good.
Melo's watching. He's like, Nate just got robbed.
It was like so weird that I actually felt bad for him when I see him. For a second, I actually thought that he might have killed him. What?
He made this song. The song that one of your friends remixed. The really popular Rose song.
Oh, John Summit?
Yeah, same.
Oh, okay.
Too fast, I'm asking the life, don't ask something to it all. Fuck with a nigga raw. This who you want. And I know you won't tell nobody no. And I know you won't tell nobody no.
He's actually really good. He performed the best.
It's not bad.
He performed the best.
They all suck.
You know who the 1, 2, 3. Hey. You know how I get you living now.
Okay.
Can't know my behavior. Y'all been through it all. Fuck with a nigga raw. It's who you wanna be. I might bring them Brooklyn niggas out all the souls. I might bring the strippers out and tell them do it parties. You already know, nigga raw. All I need is 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Damn. Buffalo just beat Kent State 70-40. The running back had 36 carries, 400 yards, and 8 touchdowns.
Jesus.
Oh, he's performing now.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
I hope he comes out of Tupac.
Oh, that's a cool jacket. Style album.
Everybody at the house right now, you got some of that sticky, hickey. You know what that is. Blaze it up. Top dog, bottom ball, think about this shit up.
Hey, I don't care. Turn it off then.
CPT,
Because I'm coughing.
He can't come
up.
I'm okay. Now, get out.
Turn it off. You can find that on YouTube.
Slip a hoe when she grabbing the back door. These bitches looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in this motherfucker, just to swing in my hair. Bitch, quit talking, quit walking, you down with the sick. Take a bullet with some nigga, take this double the shit. Out of town, put it down for the father of rap. And if your ass get cracked, then shut your trap. Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the X, you be believing your stress. Yes, sir. Trevor, pay-per-view, big Snoop Dogg in your motherfucking house. Trev. We're gonna take it back to the heyday. Yeah, when Mike and Roy was doing their thing. Bang, bang. I like it. Yeah.
They're gonna say skeet skeet.
With so much drama in the LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop Dogg OG, but I somehow, someway keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day, man. I kick a little something for the G's and make a few ends as I breeze through. It's 2 in the morning and the party still jumping cause my mama ain't home. I got bitches in the living room getting home and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you wanna do? Look, I got a pocket full of brothers and my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the doors. But what? We don't let him hide. Yeah. So we gon' smoke an ounce to this. Jeez.
They have to make up time for the fact that he got knocked out. They have to make up time for the fact that he got knocked out.
I know.
Lean back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my back. I got me some secret gin. Everybody got their cups, but they ain't shit dead. Now this type of shit happens all the time. You gotta get yours before I gotta get mine. Everything is fine when you listen to the D.O. shit. I got to cultivate the music that we have to make it eat. Who listens to the words that I speak as I take me a drink to the middle where the street and get the back into this freak named Sadie. She used to be my homeboy's lady. Now it was 80 degrees when I told that bitch, please raise up all these EUTs, cause you kids none of these at ease. As I mock with the dog, man, feel the breeze, and now you know I'm just rolling down the street, smoking laid back, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, smoking laid back, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Make sense of what I'm from yours. West 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3 into the phone. Snoop Doggy Doggy Dr. Dre is at your door. Ready to make an entrance, so back on up. Cause you know we about to rip shit up. Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble. Cause ain't nothing but a G-thing, baby. 2 blowed out niggas so crazy. And Death Row is the label that pays me. We unplayable, so please don't try to fake this. But back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'ma let them understand. From a young G's perspective. And before me digging a bitch, I have to find a contraceptive. You never know she could be learning a man and learning a man. And at the same same time burning the man. Now you know I ain't with that shit, Lieutenant. Ain't no pussy good enough to get burned while I'm offended. And that's relevant, real deal, how we feel. And now you hookers and hoes know how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to get broke off a proper chunk, I take a small piece of some of that funky stuff. It's like this and like that, and like this, man. It's like that, and like this, and like that, man. It's like this, and you know how it goes, so just chill. To the next episode. Oh no, Big Snoop Dogg, back up in the easy, baby, you jump on my style. You so crazy, drugs say ain't no limit to this. As long as we drop gangsta shit. Now look here, bitch, you fine and I dig your style. Come fuck with it, nigga, let me do it. Doggy style, I'll be gentle, sentimental. Shit, we fucking Toronto, Lincoln, Continental. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago. I get the pussy everywhere that I go. Ask the bitches and get hookers, they know. I get the pussy everywhere that I go. Ask the bitches and get hookers, they know. When the pigs in the crib, Mom, drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a nigga get an attitude, park it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rolling on my arm and I'm pouring Sean down and I roll the best weed cause I got it going on. See, I'm a gangster, but you don't do that. The big boss dog, yeah, I had to do that. I keep a blue flag hanging off my backside, but only on the left side. Yeah, that's the crip side. See, ain't no other way to play the game the way I play. I cut so much you thought I was a DJ. Two, yippee, one, yep, three. S-N-O-O-P. I can't make it, just break it. See, when I take it, see, I specialize in making all the girls get naked. So bring your friends, all of y'all come inside. We got a world premiere right here, now get live. So don't change the diesel, turn it up a little. I got a living room full of fine dime drizzles. They waiting on the bizzle, the dizzle, and the shizzle. Cheese to the biz act, now ladies, here we drizzle. When the pimp's in the crib, Mom, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pig's trying to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a nigga get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rolling on my arm and I'm pouring Sean down and I roll the best weed cause I got it going on. I'm a bad boy with a lot of hoes. Drive my own cars. I'm a whole clothes. I hang out tough. I'm a real boss. Big Snoop Dogg, yeah, he's so short. I'm on the TV screen and in the magazines. And if you're mighty close, you want a red beam. Oh, you got a grass, so you want to pop that. AK-47 now, nigga, stop that. See Miss Shoes, I'm on the move. Your family's crying and now you on the news. They can't find you, and now they miss you. Must I remind you, I'm only here to twist you. Pistol whip you, dip you, flip you. Then dance to this motherfucking music we crypto. Subscribe, nigga, get your issue. Baby, come close. Let me see how you get loose. When the pimp's in the crib, Mom, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. What if a nigga get an attitude? Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Well, somebody squawk that shit. It's time to smoke. Yeah. Well, alright, you squares. It's time to smoke. Say it again, you squares. It's time to smoke. That one was for your mama right there. I know she loved me, and I love your mama back. Fuck them other niggas. Suck their ass. Niggas talking that shit. Y'all ready for the big fight? Make some motherfucking noise if you're ready for Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Let's go. Bitch, I'm down with the living. I ride for the cause. I'm the nigga on the tech with the big fucking balls. And if anybody fuck with Snoop Doggy Dogg, I'ma make his nigga put his name on the wall.
She stroked the crib.
When I got a call and say, hey, Tyson gonna do like a 8-round boxing situation, my initial thought was no. Mike is deadly dangerous. If he hits you, he can take your head off. But then as I thought about it more, that's the great Mike Tyson. How could you not? Who don't want to share the ring with Mike Tyson?
How is Roy Jones?
You know, he was formidable. I realize this is very complicated.
Look how fast
You
they
didn't
are.
catch that.
Roy Jones was still fighting 3 years ago.
Wow.
You have no idea what you have in store in the God of War. You get in my face, I gotta hit you. I gotta knock a motherfucker out. Gotta hurt somebody.
It's like David and Goliath. He's a giant, and I'm the little David who only has God on my side, which is all I need.
Wow.
There's never any doubt in my mind because I'm the best in the world. Even though a lot of you don't like to hear it, it's fact.
Boxing is a good sport. This is what I do.
When you become a fighter, that's because you can't do nothing else. No doubt he's the best in his generation, I'm the best in my generation.
If you're not a legend, you don't belong here.
We are just moments away here at the Staples Center again. A year that by any definition has not been normal. Well, tonight is definitely not a normal combat sports event, and Israel Adesanya, the undefeated UFC middleweight champion, I was in my early 20s when these two were in their primes, and seeing what they were able to accomplish, obviously it's an exhibition. Obviously they're both over 50. Temper the expectations. They say if you don't expect nothing, you won't be disappointed. This is about curiosity. This is about nostalgia. This is about professional pride.
Yeah, 100%. This is
really good UFC fighting. He just fought and knocked out.
Same with
Oh,
Roy.
this is the guy that,
in his era, if you
I
were
know, like,
alive, if
swearing a
you
lot,
were there
commentating.
witnessing it happen,
And
you can't even
he's the
describe
guy
it as
that
something
does
that
all
was
the,
just
you know how he does the anime
beautiful. It
openings
was
and
hard
stuff to his fights?
Like, I was a kid, you know, and I'm a guy who still to this day, whenever, example, you at the PI, the UFC PI, if you see Mike rocking around, everyone stops and looks.
Well, he transcended the sport.
More than the sport, he is Mike Tyson. And same with Roy Jones. Like Roy, when he was in his, he's the guy that would play a basketball game like hours before his fight.
Eric Lucas, the only athlete to ever participate in two big sports events in one day. Now, Ray, you came back a few times, albeit with mixed results, right?
Yes.
Now, here we are. Mike Tyson, 15 years removed from his ignominious defeat against Kevin McBride. Roy Jones has been active, but hasn't been active for over 3 years, or close to 3 years. Why do fighters keep coming? Why do you come back? Is it all about the Benjamins, Ray?
For me, it's really hard to
I
articulate
know, but when
unless
it's
you're
boxing,
in my
when the
shoes.
match is on, it's
Well,
not going to
put
matter.
yourselves in Mike and Roy's shoes and compare yourself.
Well, for
no
me,
point to talk
I didn't come back for financial reasons. I came back because I wanted to fight Marvin Hagler. But fight Terry Norris, Hector Macho Camacho. I mean, I pushed the envelope too much without being ready here and here.
But you were in your 30s, and these guys are now in their 50s. And while it is an exhibition, do you feel that it's going to remain so? I mean, we're talking Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., two guys with healthy egos, a lot of pride.
You said exhibition.
I did?
No, there's no such thing as an exhibition. Even when I'm sparring with my brother Roger, I don't spar. I'm trying to knock
Well,
his
what
head
is
off.
your definition of hard sparring? That's what the California State Athletic Commission has decreed this match. They want them to go at it, but not necessarily hurt each other. Come on.
They have no control over that. They are going to hurt each other.
Wow.
It's it.
Israel, what do you, I mean, you've been very vocal about the same thing. There's a big difference in terms of, people, a lot of people, casual sports fans, lapsed boxing fans, with everything going on in the world, need a break from, I guess, reality. This is some reality. What about this fight tonight? What do you expect?
Honestly, I expect them to go at each other. Like I said, this is thriller. This ain't vanilla. I don't know what this exhibition thing we're talking about is, but once someone gets touched, egos. Like Mike said, the gods of war have summoned him again. They summoned him again. That's why, like Mr. Leonard said in here, he's had that. Same with Roy. They have that. They fight us through and through. It's like riding a bike. Once you're a fighter, you can't let go of that. You have to be able to, though.
All right, let's take a look at the illustrious numbers for both Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. And again, we talked about the age. We talked about the fact that they have been, well, throughout their careers, involved in so many highs and some lows as well. And what sticks out for you, Israel, when you look at the numbers, that winning streak definitely is impressive.
For me, it's just a record.
50 and 6, 44 knockouts.
Knowledge passed down. Just this is crazy. These
44
guys have been
is
around. They're
47.
old dogs, and they still
Oh, yeah,
know
he
some
has
tricks
more
up their
fights.
sleeve.
And their knockout streaks lengthy, 19 for Tyson, 17 for Roy Jones. And yeah, y'all must have forgotten. I mean, Roy Jones Jr., obviously a man known for his boxing, his creative offense, much like you, Israel. But he also possessed some pop, the uppercuts, the Glenn Kelly. I mean, that was a posterizing of a fighter when he had his hands down, pop Glenn Kelly. So let's see, Ray, again, final words in terms of what is the realistic expectations tonight?
You know, when the fight was first announced, I said Mike Tyson, but I didn't include Roy Jones Jr. Anything can happen here. I can't call it.
What would be a success for you?
For me, if they both show their true heart and even go more than 4 rounds and show true skill, that would be a big win for everyone.
And I think it's an advantage for both, but for Mike Tyson especially, 2-minute rounds. They were supposed to wear headgear, and well, if you go back to the rematch with Evander Holyfield, maybe Roy Jones Jr. wishes they were wearing headgear tonight, but it's they're not going to be wearing headgear. 8 2-minute rounds.
Maybe you and I can do that.
Maybe you can do that, and I'll call it.
The man's about that action.
All right, so here we go. We are just moments away. Legends Only League, the first night, and here's Mike Tyson's resume, and yeah, it speaks for itself. Started his career with 19 consecutive knockouts, a ferocious blast, a fire hose blast of brutality. Became the youngest heavyweight champion in history when he defeated Trevor Burbick, was the 86 and 1988 fighter of the year. His prime really between 86 and 91. He was the undisputed heavyweight champion for 3 years. Look at that, half of his 44 knockouts come in the opening round, and
insane, right?
well, a night that he would, I'm sure, like to forget, quitting on the stool against Kevin McBride, saying that he had lost his love for boxing, but boxing has saved his life, and he is back, wanting to get back to humanity, wanting to get back to his family, wanting to get back to himself. And of course, a lot of money for charity as well. Let's go now to Roy Jones Jr.'s. All right, and before we get that, let's talk a little bit more about this resume, Israel. Again, the power.
That's the thing everyone always says. Even in my career, they keep saying the power. But power means shit if you can't get it to the target. But the guy, Mike Tyson, knows how to deliver that power to the target. He's got beautiful head movement. He knows how to get inside, great footwork, and deliver that power. He's done it over and over again. Look at that, 22 or 44 KOs inside the first round. I won't be surprised if we see that here tonight.
Ray, you were an undisputed welterweight champion. Mike Tyson, an undisputed heavyweight champion. I mean, undisputed speaks for itself, my man. What is it like being at the top of the mountain?
Indescribable. Indescribable, but it's all about the purpose, the reason.
And we saw Tyson climb the mountain, but he ended up finding a cliff, a precipitous fall. But hey, he's going to try to be as sharp as he can. If he's as sharp as the cliff edge, he might do well tonight as we again anticipate the main event here. And we've got, of course, Roy Jones Jr. We would love to take a look at his resume as well as, of course, he was the fighter of the 90s, and a guy that just, I mean, this guy moved his hands like a magician.
It's 4-weight divisions, I didn't know that.
First fighter to start a career at 154 and then claim a piece of the heavyweight crown, the first middleweight champion to do so in 100 years, and again, Olympic silver medalist. Ray, you were a gold medalist. Roy Jones Jr. should have been a gold medalist. The worst decision in Olympic boxing history.
I took pride
Really?
when that happened.
Consider the worst
That was
decision?
just so wrong.
All right, and Snoop Dogg rejoins us, and Snoop, Roy Jones Jr. spits a few bars as well. He's a man after your own heart with the rapping, but what about the rapping he'll be doing in the ring tonight?
I mean, you got to look at his career. Roy was the man in the 90s, just like, you know, the music that I made was really effective in the 90s, so we kind of like coexisted at the same time. So to see that he still got the spirit and the will and the know-how, and to put his skills up against the great Mike Tyson, that says a lot, because Mike is Mike no matter what day it is or what night it is. So I'm anxious to see what's going to happen.
All right, bringing the OG funk along with Roy Jones Jr., Snoop Dogg and Israel. What about Roy Jones Jr.? We talked about throughout the night the way that you have patterned some of your unorthodox creative offense. What is it? What bedazzled you the most about Roy Jones Jr. in his heyday?
For me, it's his confidence. He was so sure of himself. Mike had that as well, and Mike talked about that when he walked in the ring. But Roy had this confidence, this aura of invincibility. Like he just knew you can't rock with me. Like I'm gonna go in there and impose my will on you, and like hand behind the back with James Tony, what's up? And then he copied him, dropped him down. These are iconic moments in combat sports history and highlights that are gonna live on and on and on forever. He might create another one tonight.
All right, well, we have a contact high in the building thanks to Snoop. And Snoop, there hopes to be a lot of contact tonight.
Thanks to WeFans, man. I followed the navigation on WeFans.
And speaking of cannabis, of course, Mike Tyson has had a legendary career. Snoop, talk about the influence of Iron Mike and why you're such a fan.
Man, Iron Mike Tyson is the epitome of what it means to be great, to come from nothing and become something. He was our hero. You know, we looked up to Sugar Ray, Muhammad Ali, and then it was Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was the new era of what they had laid down, you know, running with the baton, taking it to another level. So he represented the hood. He represented the turf that you could actually get up out of the hood and make it. So we really, you know, leaned on him and loved him for what he did, and we supported him through his good times, bad times, and his comeback. So we've always been there for Mike Tyson.
What did you think when this fight was first announced, Snoop? Did you think that the endo was a little stronger than usual?
I was like, let me call Roy to make sure.
You hear me? Are y'all sure? You sure?
And there, speaking of the devil himself, there's Roy Jones Jr. Again, just an incredible athlete. And Ray Leonard, of course, with some of the fastest hands in the sport. Roy Jones Jr. with dazzling hand speed, but it was just the creative offense, the unorthodox nature. And it's just incredible to see him making this walk now at the age of 51. He said it was a bucket list. He knows he's giving up the size, and he says, you know, you can criticize him all you want, you can make light of the fight, but he says, I'm going to be standing across Mike Tyson. This is bucket list stuff, Israel.
100%. This is something that dreams are made of. This is a fantasy fight, if you will. But it's not a fantasy. It's about to happen right now in front of us. And yeah, Roy, never count out an old dog. He's still got this tricks up his sleeve. And he's a guy that's a crafty veteran. I'm telling you, man, they say speed's a lightsaber. It's one of the first things that go when you get older. But he's a guy that still retains a little bit of that. He's not the same. His eyes aren't the same, like you said, but he's still got that pop in his punches and that delivery system that's super fast.
2020 continues to bring the improbable. Let's go to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Two legends in one ring. Coming to the ring first, the six-time
It's paid $1 million just to
world
say it.
champion,
Huh?
Roy
It's paid $1 million just to say it.
Jones Jr.
I don't want to go log out and come back in for the sound.
This the song you listen to up here.
We're going to get the collapse, Snoop.
Man, we gotta get a
He was a boxing virtuoso, and while he's released rap albums, he was pure jazz in the squared circle.
He's also a rapper.
He rapped bad. Wasn't good.
And now making his entrance to the ring,
He's wear black.
the former two-time heavyweight world champion, Iron Mike Tyson.
Oh my God, what is he wearing?
No one's wearing short shorts.
He does?
Black all the time, bro.
Oh, he's singing his own song.
Yeah, but you come up with a song or something like that.
Oh, he has the same mask than us. Did you see?
No socks, black trunks, towel
That's all you see.
around his neck, and Mike Tyson 1 week removed from the
all
34-year
socks,
anniversary where he defeated Trevor Burbick to become the youngest heavyweight champion, looking to reclaim just a tiny, tiny piece of redemption.
Imagine.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem will be performed by our special guest, the Grammy Award-winning international recording superstar, singer, actor, producer, Neo.
Neo? He's still alive?
You see also, oh my God. It just shows you what razor.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed
Corona.
at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
From Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, USA, CES Boxing proudly presents the main event of the evening. 8 two-minute rounds of heavyweight boxing, featuring two of the greatest names in the history of the sport, as Triller brings us Tyson Jones, sanctioned by the California State Boxing Commission, Chairman John Carvelli, Executive Officer Andy Foster. The World Boxing Council, President Mauricio Suleiman, has assigned 3 former world champions.
I think this is the first time I've seen both fighters older than the referee.
I was lucky, but I was one of the monkeys to warm up from killing each other.
A.K.A.
right now.
Pazienza. The referee in charge of the action will be Ray Corona. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the
No pun
officials
intended.
are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. So for the millions tuned in watching this live, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
That's all I wanted to hear.
Now you turn it off, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
Wearing white and purple with gold, official
his
weight
name.
210 pounds. In 75 career fights, he has 66 victories, including 47 big wins by knockout. He's recognized as one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters in boxing history. From Pensacola, Florida, USA, the former middleweight world champion, former super middleweight world champion, the two-time light heavyweight world champion, former WBU cruiserweight world champion, and the former heavyweight champion of the world, the future Hall of Fame legend, Roy Jones Jr.
Who's Roy Jones? Did he ever box? Roy Jones?
Fighting out of the white corner, wearing his traditional black, and officially weighing in at 220.4 pounds. In his career of 56 fights, he has 50 victories, including 44 knockouts.
I thought it was like 50 and 2, not 56.
As the baddest man on the planet.
Did he lose a lot?
From Brownsville and the Catskills and Henderson, Nevada, USA, he is from the IBF Party for the International Boxing Hall of Fame, presenting one of the most devastating heavyweight KO punchers of all time, the two-time heavyweight world champion, former undisputed.
I wonder if the switch is just going to turn back on like that after one hit.
Champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
I heard as Mike Tyson got older, he started getting all up in his head.
It looks like he's nervous as hell right now.
All right, gentlemen, I gave you the rules in there. Two legends. Let's give him a good show. Touch gloves if you want.
Him too, though.
Ooh. November 28, 2020. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr.
Man, you can feel the tension in this room. It's palpable.
8 two-minute rounds sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission.
Are you ready?
Bell in round 1, Ray Corona with a, pivotal task. The referee will have to really be on the ball. Mike Tyson expecting to come out as fast as possible.
You see what Roy's doing now? Roy has you do that the whole time.
Shit, go ahead, boy. Mike Tyson with a cavalcade of first-round knockouts going to the liver. He's upstairs with that left hook, and there's a little of that bobbin weaving. Of course, Castamano teaching him the early intricacies of boxing, and Mike Tyson.
I think Roy Jones Jr. just knows to get him in late rounds.
Fighting at the barbecue. Get your arm going over there. Get him. You gonna meet me in the backyard. I'm tired of this shit. Come on. Meet me back there.
The two old uncles going at it.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Not the normal 10-ounce gloves, Israel. They will blunt a little bit of the offense.
Hold on to it, Roy. Hold on to it. Don't take that. Get out of there. Don't take that now. Rip the tenderoni.
Already a minute gone. Again, just 2-minute rounds. Mike Tyson coming forward.
Look at him. Look at him. He's out there fighting in the backyard. Stop. Stop.
Fight in the backyard.
Roy Jones Jr.
Who said that?
What are you saying?
Oh my God, hit you a little short.
He's bringing his hand. I gotta protect yourself. Get out of there, Roy. You still got it.
Well, there's a triple jab with Mike Tyson. Tyson trained with famed MMA trainer, and I know you know him very well, Rafael Cordero. And Cordero said he ended up having shoulder surgery just holding the pads for Tyson.
Jesus, I can imagine that.
That's power.
Okay. Roy's trying to make him run into that right hand.
That's what he wanted to do.
10 seconds.
Jab.
So the jab out there to get that right to commit, huh?
The style of fighting of Roy Jones Jr. does not
The run's too short.
to older age, but Mike Tyson really taking the opening round.
That was a good round. Look at the champ. You don't even want to sit down. Stand up to him, Mike.
So he's sitting down.
Oh, he gonna sit down.
Take advantage of that.
What do you think about it?
Roy can't beat Mike Tyson inside like that. He needs to stay mobile.
Yes.
Look how much hit he got already. 210.
No, that's the betting.
I wanted to bet on this.
medical stuff, okay? You can see this stuff coming. You see it. Tell me what. Deep breath. Deep breath.
The breathing is already heavy, Stu.
He's laughing because the breathing is so good.
Yes.
He telling the truth. Tell it like it is, not like it was, huh?
Amen. Round number 2. And Mike Tyson explodes and delivers a left to the body, and the left hook upstairs, and Roy Jones Jr. We talked about facing Anderson Silva, the MMA legend. Is he just wanted, he's trying to turn this into a wrestling match.
Go there, Roy. Look at Roy got technique.
He better be careful there.
Break that out.
He needs to get out of there.
Yeah, because he going to make Mike mad. He going to put it.
Mike Tyson used to be a big Evander Holyfield, which as he was on that night in 97, as Tyson though coming
Whoa. Okay. Okay.
You can't tell when Jones hits.
Fast.
Shit, mix it up, man. You ain't coming to play. Your mind.
Father time undefeated, these two way past their primes, but looking get out of there, Roy, get out there too. Entertained at least.
That was a good dodge, son.
That was a move and a half. He went real low. That was a low rider move right there. He dropped down to the floor and get out of there, Roy. Get them ribs out of there. They're going to be so boy. Get them out of there.
Israel, what do you think of Roy Jones Jr. tactics here?
I think he's trying to get Mike Tyson grappling with him, making him feel his way, making him frustrated as well, so that way he can make a mistake. But
Come on.
make Mike mad.
You got to keep them ribs off that barbecue grill. They're going to be sauteed.
Under 30 seconds left here in the second round. Tyson digging to the body momentarily, but they might need oxygen in between rounds here as they are just leaning on each other.
Nah, man, I know what you
Go ahead, Roy. Get smart. Go ahead, Roy. Get smart. I can't even make him off. Oh, yeah, Roy.
He said jab. Mike's all
Mike died. He's dodging like by a second. That's impressive.
It's always like that.
What do you want?
You see how much hit?
What?
265, 180.
That's not the hit.
That's not the hit.
That's Betty.
Can we bet?
It's already too late.
Breathe a little bit, fellas. Breathe a little bit.
You're supposed to bet before the fight.
And you're hearing the voice of Rafael Cordero, responsible for honing some of the skills of some of the greatest MMA strikers ever, including Evander Silva. There's Jones.
Yeah, I didn't even see that hit earlier.
I did.
He's like a Muslim.
Shake him back, baby, shake him back.
He punches off. He's a corner.
That's probably why you fight it for so long.
Jones appears to be breathing a little laboriously, but Mike Tyson appears to be okay. Now comes out, moving the head a bit, trying to walk down. Jones lands the left.
It's only 6 rounds? I thought it was 8.
6?
He's fainting that. He's fainting that. He's just not walking in straight. He give the fake some leg movement. Good combination.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Go Tyson.
He gets one of those uppercuts there.
And again, Roy Jones Jr. just trying to keep it close, trying to wear down Mike Tyson potentially. And
Roy's getting the better of the inside fighting at the moment.
He's smart. He's smart. That's a veteran fighter right there that knows how to wrap up and not take no big hits, but keep it inside like that.
but is it entertaining and exciting for the viewing public at home? Snoop, I know it's smart.
But normally when Mike Tyson fights, he fights tall guys, big guys.
We got a headbutt.
You got guys now with Roy. Roy's like
That's why he said that. You're too little short for me.
For what?
Too little short.
But I heard that potentially if there was a cut, that the Ray Corona may be looking to stop it, but this so far so good here in terms of, I don't think there was a cut, obviously.
It's too good to stop.
Yeah, Cat's always got a cut.
Oh, he landed that.
Oh, there's an an exchange.
Great exchange from two legends right there.
Speaking of legends, very proud to have
Look at that bone on the Galinsky. How strong it is.
Yeah.
breaking it down for us, brother.
Hey, man, this is what I love. I love watching boxing. I love being able to talk about it and be about it at the same time.
Jones avoids that punch by Tyson.
Get you some points.
He has something on his back inside.
Yes, exactly. He needs to let his hands go.
That's how you get points, right?
Absolutely. You gotta be careful with those hands down.
Wise man once said, if you don't have any expectations, you will never be disappointed. And we need to temper our expectations in terms of what we will see tonight, Snoop.
Well, you know, I'm so happy that I'm seeing these guys still have it, like still have the punches, still have the awareness and the know-how and the smarts inside the ring. They may not have the same velocity, the same speed, but they still got that know-how.
Yeah, they got the mind, but sometimes the body doesn't do what the mind says, right, Israel?
Definitely, I'm loving it so far. They're very competitive. Good fight so far. And we still have a few rounds left.
Yeah, there you go with that one hand, but you got to put some body behind that one hand because you ain't doing nothing.
And he has to frustrate Mike.
Do he really want to frustrate Mike?
Mike's there already.
He's already across from you.
Of course, Mike Tyson would love to deliver that patented right hook to the body, followed by the right uppercut. It's done so much damage.
Look at that, 4 out of 8.
Attacking Jones.
Oh, you mean the one he's doing with Mike Tyson punch out there?
Okay, now it's 8.
Okay.
And he's done it in a few fights as well, as he is, I mean, that uppercut, and Jones had a very good uppercut of the day, and Jones trying to utilize the footwork, the speed, obviously nowhere close to where it was in his prime, but Jones trying to deke and juke here.
What Roy Jones is doing is really trying
He's like clinching at the perfect time.
Oh, Roy Jones.
He knows when to clinch perfectly.
You know, I'm tired.
Yeah, I know. He used to do it all the time.
Well, I feel like I'm back in my days as a co-building announcer, and some of this grappling, maybe a little Muay Thai, almost a time club there, is it?
Yeah, this is some Muay Thai.
Ain't nobody fucking out in here. You know, you hit me, I'm hitting you back. I like this. This is what I like. My uncles is getting it in.
My uncles are getting into it.
Referee Ray Corona warning Roy Jones Jr. for holding.
You know the punch, that punch that Mike throws, that hook to the body, the uppercut, the shoulder.
Do you see he has no, in his pants like sponges?
What?
He has no sponges in his pants. Look, the other guy has it.
Yeah, that's the thought.
Looking for the long shot.
Yes.
20 seconds left in the ring.
Yeah, 20 seconds left in the first half of this 8-round fight again.
He's going for it. Ooh, hit him hard.
What he keeps doing to get away with it, he'll tuck in and punch with the other, then swap around and tuck with the other, and then keep punching.
See, but only a veteran will be able to do something like that against Mike Tyson. That's a crack.
We have WBC former champion judges on hand tonight, of course. Chad Dawson, Christy Martin, and Vinny Pazienza. Pazienza, by the way, infamous for not landing a punch against Roy Jones in the 4th round to get in their fight.
That's the first time in history.
Guys, tell me something. Does Roy look tired to you?
Yes, yes.
Definitely Mike is
Can I make a bet?
shape so far.
Like now.
Because he can
No, it's keep going up.
Yeah, he's exhausted. The body language says it all.
100%.
And again, when you know, we're talking, and I don't want to beat the horse here, guys, but 2 over 50-year-olds, what do you expect in terms of conditioning and stuff?
Well, I know I am on the basketball court. In my early days, I could play like 5 or 6 games. Now I can only play 1 game with 21.
No, Roy, he's not. He's not even as confident.
Oh, the referee encouraging them 2 legends. Let's look sharp out there. Well, there's a sharp shot by Mike Tyson, the sharpshooter in this fight, but
Protect yourself, boy. Protect yourself. There's still protection in there.
Tyson avoids that punch.
Lord, don't let him have a flashback. Precious Lord, please don't let him have a flashback.
Coming up on the
Ooh.
Snoop's like, don't let Roy don't let him have a flash.
I know. He's a good commentator.
We're keeping it gangster right now. Go ahead, Roy.
Go, Tyson.
It's just conditioning. That's the only thing he's just thinking is conditioning.
Ray, we talked about it. There's a difference between being in physical shape, cosmetic shape. Tyson looked great on the pads over 100-pound weight loss, but fighting shape is another thing, and here they are. Last minute of the fifth. They're heading to 10 minutes already of action, and that may not be saying a lot, but it is a lot, Izzy. It takes a lot out of you.
It takes out a great deal.
Yeah. Whoa. Ooh.
Tyson's so quick.
I know.
The veteran move by Joey. What's your name? Mike Tyson's out there fighting right now.
They fight like me, and I like that. They fight like grown men.
They're fighting like grown men.
This is two grown men fighting right here. This is how y'all know that.
Whoa.
Way to stay down, Roy.
You got lucky.
Way to stay down, Roy. He in there with the champ, man. He's squabbling. No, you ain't believe, Roy. He just roll up a little bit.
Did he say that?
What did he say?
He's like, nah, you ain't. Because Roy Jones asked if he's bleeding. He's like, nah, you ain't bleeding. He's like, he just rolled up a little bit.
I think Roy's starting to feel the pressure of the moment.
Why are they only showing Roy though?
There's the chair over there.
Yeah, man.
Because he's more tired.
The punch is starting to add up.
He still got it.
And of course, Jones, a former 4 division champion, made history again. Guys, he weighed 193 pounds when he defeated John Ruiz for the heavyweight title. Old school, Rocky Mountain. How's this?
He looks good. Mike Tyson looks like he's not tired.
Just a little bit.
Huh?
He was down to face and
Come on, I want to see a knockout.
he called up Mike Tyson
I want to
17
see
years
someone
ago.
die.
That was then, but this is now. And we're in round number 6, scheduled for 8 in this boxing exhibition.
Look like Mike got him in range right now. He didn't finally sized him up and got him right in range where he wanted him.
And of course, no surprise, the punch stats a shell of what they were in their prime. But Tyson left hook just on the back line.
Man, Roy will not allow Mike to run the combination on him. Every time he get ready to run a combination, he lock him up.
I know. He's right.
But he's starting to move.
Sure, yeah.
Battered him with the right hand to the body. Roy Jones again comes in and Izzy, I know. Mike Tyson, the bigger guy, Roy Jones, clinching, smothering, has to find a way to use that jab. Keep Tyson at a distance.
Whenever he throws that against kids like Snoop said, he has to put a little bit more body behind it. You can't just defend your way. You have to put your weight behind it.
But the thing about it with Roy's doing the right thing and moving, but he has some punch. He has some little punches.
And that's the name of the game. He's getting to fatigue, but still standing at that visible.
This one I missed. All these power punches going.
Yeah, most of the power punches are being thrown.
I still can't believe this is happening, guys. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. Izzy, what's life?
Good job, Dad. That's what he said.
Jeez, he's fast. For a 54-year-old?
Exactly.
Emmanuel Stewart, the estimable late trainer, said knockout cell. I know everyone tuning in. Tyson's face.
Walking go. Come on. Go. Tyson.
Really? I didn't see it.
Breathe and relax. You're fucking doing great.
He has two mascots. The referee.
Between the broadcast and the fights, we're hearing more cuss words than Glenn Gear and Glenn Ross.
All we need is Samuel Jackson for commercials and we good.
Ooh, made a miss.
Oh, wow.
Look at the way he cut the angle on that. That is so slick.
That's skillful though.
He's
That's
still
skillful.
got it.
He still got it. Look at him walking
I
around
know.
playing like he used to. That's the old boy.
I'm guessing Snoop Dogg wants Roy to win.
Man, I'm proud of both these fighters tonight, man. They've been making me proud.
Jones sucking it up in the corner.
That's
Jersey Joe.
Oh, man. That's
You don't want it then.
Shout out to Jersey Joe. While Tyson touches him to begin this round. Round number 7. Mario Ranallo along with Hall of Famer Sugar Ray Leonard, undefeated UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya, the one and only, the dog father, the Papa OG's.
Oh, okay. Did you see?
He tried throwing like 4 jabs at once.
Was joined by Jim Gray, hosted by Mario Lopez, and one of the classic
Oh, goodness. He's in the corner. Get him.
Jones Jr.
Roy Jones Jr. is grappling at the perfect time.
You guys thinking the referee should break it up sooner, Israel?
Yeah, seriously.
Because he already knows what he's going to do, what his tactic is. So definitely let that box.
They're too tired. They're old. That's why I think. You let them rest more.
Under a minute left in the seventh. Again, it's an exhibition, hard sparring. We're seeing some hard shots.
Can I have one side of our short ribs? Yes. We're short ribs. The short rib shots hurt. They can take all your rib out of
I want him to land that.
It's not gonna land that. Yeah, on board.
I know, too
In
elusive.
terms of speed, he is just leaning in on Mike Tyson. And again, I'm sure people are saying, well, what do you expect with a 54-year-old and 51-year-old? But Mike Tyson is bringing
That shot, looks like a shot hurt to the midsection of the
Roy trying to land that left, trying to get those feet under him.
See, what I'm saying is that neither one of these fighters can really get a beat on each other because they don't know each other's style and they trying to figure it out in 2 minutes ain't enough time. By the time we get to the minute and 30 seconds, it's
Everyone's like, doesn't matter what happens, this fight's
Known for his
amazing.
unique and unorthodox fighting style, defined many of boxing's
Okay.
oldest traditions. Well, tonight, old tradition.
Why is Mike Tyson's money line keep on going down?
54-year-old Tyson, 51-year-old Jones, and we are in the home
Down is
stretch.
good.
Snoop.
yeah, we on the backstretch. They look like they run out of gas, but at the same time, I just feel like one punch could end this fight if they actually get it, in range. They're trying to find each other's range right now, but it ain't really working out.
Well, the corner's obviously taking it very seriously.
Yeah, you see that?
Cussing like a sailor.
Because it doesn't count, you know?
And it hasn't exactly been smooth sailing for Roy Jones Jr. this fight. And I use the term
Who's he talking to?
loosely, exhibition.
For some reason, this ring looks a little smaller than the average rings I've seen.
It does look small.
They did that just to get a little bit more action.
Okay, come on.
Oh, really?
We saw a lot of action throughout the night. Let's not forget that many thrillers here on Thriller. This is the reason we're here tonight, Snoop Dogg.
They both got off on that.
Tyson go holding up. Get up here, boy. Get up, boy.
Whoa, go! 1 more minute
Look how
left.
close it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, I think so far Roy's winning this round.
A minute left in this one. Maybe not the battle of the ages, the battle of the aged, but it is an exhibition. And
Tyson's
Jones
winning.
Jr.
No, not this round.
To sum it up, get out.
Roy got a bunch of padlocks with him. He brought about 100 padlocks to watch Michael. Every time he get range, he want to get the straight jacket. So you have to heavy that padlock, he's in range.
But it's Tyson who appears to have those keys to victory. 30 seconds, and again, better in the body.
That was straight right there. That was straight.
Being an actor for a couple of years, or 15 years, it's not easy coming back.
15 years after Mike Tyson quit his duel, nearly 3 years after Roy Jones Jr. extended his win streak to 4 years. They are going to go the distance in this 8-round exhibition.
Hats off to both 51 years old, 54 years old, coming in here.
High respect for them just getting in the ring. And again, when he gets to temper expectations, the exhibition is over. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. giving us 16 minutes.
Well, most exciting moment this year.
You did seem like he's pissed off by
Of someone that
So, Israel, it was an exhibition. Obviously, we don't want to expect too much, but what did you think of what you saw?
I loved it. I loved the fact that they were able to stay competitive the whole way. Roy using his craftiness with the grappling, with tying up the hands, getting Mike frustrated, and Mike able to still break loose with his head movement, miss shots and make him pay. Classic.
Ray, do you want to come back?
Do I want to come back?
64, you look like you're 34.
No, if I can fight you.
Let's go. Snoop Dogg, the referee. All seriousness, Ray, what do you think of what we witnessed tonight?
No, I mean, the guys are 54 years and 51. I mean,
Snoop, did it deliver what you expected?
Hey man, when I was a kid, 54 and 51 was old man with rocking chairs. So you see, they're out there doing their thing. That was a lot to aspire to. I'm so honored to be here to see it. I know both of these guys personally, and thank you, champs, both of y'all. Y'all did great tonight.
And a pleasure for you to bring the entertainment, my man, dropping the knowledge, and such a pleasure here tonight as Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr.
Yes, sir.
Sharing the ring in the year of our Lord, 2020.
Yes, sir.
2020.
Mauricio Suleiman is going to present both with the frontline battle belts again. No official decision, but WBC will announce a winner, if there is one. And I believe Mike Tyson should get the decision, right, Snoop?
Yeah, he did that. He outworked Roy, but Roy fought a great fight and he did his thing. Took some
Oh,
big
he
shots.
wants
He gave a lot of
to.
great shots tonight. I like the way he moved
wants to
around.
know that.
He was crafty. He was sharp. He was woody. He showed us signs of the old Roy Jones Jr. tonight.
He wants to know who was winning. Tyson.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great night of sports and entertainment, courtesy of GES Boxing and Triller, with our broadcast team anchored by Mario Lopez, with UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya, sports broadcast star Mauro Ranallo, 6-time world champion Hall of Fame legend Sugar Ray Leonard, and a little help from Mr. Snoop Dogg, plus International Boxing Hall of Famer Jim Gray. And Jim Gray will be with our two superstars here in the ring in just a few moments, discussing the WBC's scoring and opinions on this fight. And we'll see how they saw it. So ladies and gentlemen, stick around. We've got more coming.
They did that. I'm proud of them.
You just don't know until you get into that ring. You can look great in the gym. You get into that ring, it's a whole different animal.
But it's not like sparring, right? Because
No,
the guy
no.
you're sparring with, he kind of like you. He's your friend. He can't hit you too hard because you may not pay him. But that guy across the ring right now.
Oh, come on. Yes.
Maybe we can book you and Snoop for WrestleMania, maybe.
Wrestle?
Wrestle?
Little wrestling?
You wrestle?
We had a little
We
wrestling.
can go tag team. Me and Sugar Ray go tag team.
Yeah.
I have the first 4 minutes.
I'll take over.
Do you still stay in the gym, Ray? Are you still in the gym?
I still on Instagram. We're still getting there.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Oh,
He's still
yeah.
getting there.
That's what keeps me going, man.
Right. Keep you sharp.
Keep me sharp. Exactly.
Stay focused.
I love the feeling right now they will both be feeling as relief, a sense of relief. Like,
Yeah, something's
I
happening.
love that feeling right after.
I don't know.
the fight.
They need the
When
judges
you
are not there.
just
That's why
have
he's
the
all
sense
pissed
of
off
like,
with this
yes, we did that. And man, like I said, hats off to these two gentlemen because that was epic. Even though it wasn't of old, for me just to see this nostalgic and be here with all y'all,
Hats off to you, brother. What is this your first time doing fight commentary?
Oh man, I'm a virgin at this point. Man, anymore.
Amen. Very good job.
said.
This is going down to the annals, my man. 34 years doing this. I don't know if I'll ever have another night like this.
That's a classic, man. It's a classic.
Yeah,
It is.
man. Shout out to the people that put this together, man. All of the great minds, the people behind the scenes.
Yeah,
They
I
don't
think
ever get no
something
credit,
that's
so
going
we
on
want to
with
give them a
Jonathan.
shout out right now.
It's
And
Mike
what about
Tyson's
the
lead.
marriage of hip-hop and
That's why
boxing?
he's mad.
I mean, real deal
What do you
Holyfield.
mean?
We've been together. We've been
I wrote
there,
the drugs
you know what I'm saying? It just so
right
happens
there.
that it's just finally being able to be, you know, broadcast and highly touted and being able to, you know, bring both worlds together because we've always been complimentary, you know. Every time a fight happens, you know, we usually perform and we usually have to fight watching the fight.
Absolutely, yes.
All right.
It's about.
Thank you, Snoop. Let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, Morrow, thank you very much. Well, the scorecards of this exhibition, according to the former WBC world champions, is a draw.
What?
Mr. Tyson, what do you think of that?
Okay, I'm good with that.
You think you won the fight?
Yeah, but I'm good with a draw.
Why?
Because I entertained the crowd. The crowd was happy with it.
We'll be back to you in a second. You happy with this draw?
Hell no. Trying to piss off Tyson. You see that?
I wear draws. I don't do draws. But the dude is so strong, man. And I understand why they say some things are bucket list. Because when he hits you, if it's his head, his punches, his body shots, don't matter. Everything hurts. So for me, I thought I did enough boxing on the outside to edge it out. But, you know, I'm cool with the draw. I mean, we just might have to try to do it again. But I don't know.
You looked exhausted for a little while. Did the body shots take a toll?
The body shots definitely took a toll. The body shots are what make you exhausted. Any good fighter knows that. And I knew it too. I thought I had a 6-pack that was all right, but I guess I'm going to give me a 12-pack. Because the 6 ain't getting it. You came back like nothing. You took it. You took it. I knew I hit you with a good shot. You took it.
Yeah,
you took it.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect that. I respect that.
Mike, at age 54, you haven't been in the ring for
Look how
15
pain
years.
you're in pain.
How would you assess your
It's all in
performance,
there.
your stamina, and overall how you perform?
Well, I'm usually
Give him
going
a
for
shot.
3 minutes. And
He didn't react.
sometimes
That's what
that
he's
2
talking.
minutes feel like 3
Very
minutes.
explosive. He's in
And
pain.
I'm just happy I got this under my belt and I'm continuing to go further and do more.
You'll do this again.
Absolutely. And he will be on the card as well.
Well, let me ask you about your performance. What was it like for you to be in the ring as compared to what it was when you left as a professional?
He's
I
in
was very happy to
pain.
be here. And despite
Performance-wise.
Yeah, despite what everybody said, I was so happy to go to 8 rounds. Because everybody knows I can knock somebody out. And everybody else knows I can go 8
He's not even
rounds.
breathing.
And
I'm feeling aired up.
I'm more grateful for now than anything. And no knockers. Knockers don't mean nothing. You gotta be able to go the distance. That's fighting.
Everybody has a plan until they get hit. You got hit, and how did it affect you?
I went to plan B. I hit him back.
You want to continue this now at age 51, or did you get dissatisfied at this point?
Man, it's hard to say. My Pensacola fans love me. We gotta do this again. Everybody loves Mike. I love Mike too. But you know, it's something to take the punches and that was from Mike. So when I go talk to my family, see how they feel about it. If they thought they enjoyed what they saw, then if we want to do it again, we'll come back and do it again. But you know me, like I said, Pensacola in the house. I want to thank everybody helping me out. Big Al, Tom, Wap, Russ, everybody on my team, Jim Foster. I mean, so many people, everybody in Pensacola in the house still. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank the whole world for tuning in. Especially my Russian citizens, my Russian people. I want to say thank to everybody who gave us the homage, sent us out the right way. And if everything goes well, like I said,
One went to Tyson, one went to...
A lot of people were afraid, Roy, you might get hurt
And then,
tonight. Were you really
one of
afraid
them
in
was
the back
tied.
of your
You see
head
that?
that something could happen that might have put you in peril?
I didn't fight in 20 years. He only stopped fighting for 3 years. I'm afraid I might get. Why nobody care about my ass? 15 years. He stopped fighting 3 years ago, and everybody worried about his ass.
Nobody thinks that a giant is going to fall.
I haven't did this in 15, 16 years. I'm not a giant. I'm a beginner.
Did he ever hurt you tonight?
Well, listen, he surprised me with the hook. He hit me with a hook, a good hook. Yes, it did hurt.
And back to the question: were you afraid of being in peril?
Man, once I go in there, it's all off balls to the wall, bro. I mean, I feel the shots and I know they're gonna hurt and I know he could take me out if it's positive kick with the wrong one. But for me, man, I'm game. I go to the end. When I put these on, it's a wrap. Take me on the stretcher. You know?
Final thought. Would you do this in a non-exhibition circumstance if you could get a license?
Nah, I'm just gonna do this. This is bigger than fighting for, winning the championship. We're humanitarians. We're helping people. That's bigger. I'm into that now. And I like to thank Magic Mike, Jet, Ron, all my sparring partners for kicking my ass to get me in shape. I love you guys. Can't wait to get back in the gym with you.
Mike, thank you. Enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
Roy, congratulations.
Yeah, I want to thank all my sparring partners as well, everybody that contributed. My contribution to Kobe Bryant.
In his building.
Yes, sir. So I had to give a tribute to Kobe because he was my latest greatest. Michael Jordan always be my #1 favorite, but Kobe and Iverson right there next, second and third. So and LeBron, everybody's good. So I just enjoy sports, man. I just thank God I was able to come out here and do what I did. Like I said, once again, Pensacola in the house. And if Pensacola tell me to go back in there again, guess what? I'm back in there again.
Thank you, Roy. Appreciate it. All right, and thanks to the Staples Center. Mario, back to you.